Well, can you tell me the fucking time? Well, I'll tell you what the time is. It's time to wake up, yeah. Pick a word, my friends. This called conspiracy. Feed it full of fucking lies. Eating shit and spitting me. Suffocation around my back is rooted in my eyes. I got a fucking noose. You're hanging out tonight. Wake up. Yeah. Time to wake up.
Tell you what the time is. It's about fucking time we did another podcast. Hello, we're the Big Conspire. Episode 100.
He's killed himself. Hello, we're the Big Conspire. This is episode 110. Rick went too far then, and now he's having a choking fit. I'm sure he'll be back online in a minute. It didn't go as planned, did it, bro?
Oh, no. I got a bit excited there and let me drink a bit of water. That was... I've sort of all the cobwebs coming out of my throat because I haven't talked for 612 days.
He's still going.
Anyway, we're the Big Conspire. This is episode 110, and apparently we haven't been here since before Christmas. My name's
True.
Rick.
My name's Lee. It's good to be back.
Oh, Jesus, what the heck was that? That's a
Uh,
case of
you got
pneumonia
too-
coming, that is.
Too excited,
Bird flu. Shit, man.
probably.
Oh, it's really warm tonight. Do you think it's warm? It's like February and it's temperature's like
Lee.
12 degrees or something like that.
Wow.
That's a lot. It's 12 degrees higher than 0
0.
degrees. Yeah. How's it going, man? How's it going, brother?
How's it going with you?
Literal brother. It's alright, I suppose, right? Still
Which
got a mong
face?
face. A bit
Yeah.
mong, look. The Elvis face. Yeah. I apologise. All of our millions of listeners worldwide. Apparently we haven't done a podcast since the beginning of December and I can't work that one out. I'm confused because it's like the end of February now. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you've been waiting patiently for our knowledge
Sorry.
and
Put a new episode. You think we'd be
insight.
crammed full of good stuff that we would have done, like spent time researching and ready to talk
Yeah.
about, but we haven't.
We just let everyone else do it.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff. Do you know, I haven't listened to a podcast for a long time. Well, no, not a long. Well, yeah, basically, because I just haven't been able to. Nature of the beast and all that stuff.
You haven't been able to listen to things.
Well, because I listen to stuff at work and I'm not been able to because I've had to listen to my sat nav because of
So what?
stuff. Well, because I don't know where I'm going, so I have to listen to. I
Okay.
can't have the sat nav going and the
No, but you can turn you don't have to have the voice on your. I turn mine off. Annoying.
because. Yeah, I probably should turn it off. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. You don't have to have the sound on.
I don't know. I haven't quite worked that out yet. How to turn the sat nav on my phone off voice. I don't know. Anyway, we're the Big Conspire,
I said that already.
and we're a conspiracy show
We're back.
or a true. Are we? Are we a conspiracy show?
We're not really a conspiracy show. We just talk. We just talk to each other,
Like
don't we?
general. Yeah, talk. We're
Chit
just a
chat.
talk. We're a talk show. We're a talk show.
We're not a talk show. I'm not sure what we are, what category we fall
What?
into. We're here anyway. After
I told you before, we fall
nearly
under.
3 months.
We're a technology podcast, according to the
According to, was it
Something.
Spotify or Apple?
Spotify. I found
I
something
can't
like
change
that.
it either. I can't
Big
figure out how to
Conspire,
change it.
the listen to far-reaching viral podcast about technology. Big Conspire.
Yeah.
We're two very healthy show hosts. So, what's been happening, man? Bruv? Blood?
Actually, nothing.
Nothing.
Same old
Nothing.
stuff. Yeah.
No
I haven't got anything. I haven't got any like life-changing stuff that's going on.
non-life changing stuff
Just
that
the
might
normal
be
stuff
life
that
changing,
people
possibly.
don't want to hear about. People don't want to hear about.
Yeah, I
I
know,
went to the
that's not
shop
really-
and
I've seen nothing.
most exciting thing is hay fever's back for me early in the year.
That's
There's a falling
conspiracy
out.
in itself, isn't it?
Probably is. I'm all right
You
today.
never used to
Last
get it as
couple
a
of days,
child,
though.
did you?
No, I know. I think I know what it is. Did we not say this before?
You did,
I
but
think
I can't
it's
remember
when
what you
I
said.
got a tattoo, when I first got my first tattoo.
Right.
You think, how could that trigger hay fever? But obviously a tattoo, your body treats it as a foreign
Right.
something, a foreign entity. So your body's trying to, as an immune response to it, no matter how little, because it's trying to take the ink out of your body, isn't it? It's trying to get rid of it.
Well, why'd you get
So,
it now? Like, why'd you
when
get
you
it
get
when
it
there's hay
now-
fever season? That's what I meant. I
Yeah,
mean, you
but
don't get it all the time. So
Having,
why would that?
having an immune response.
But why
so
would
it's
you
ju-
have an immune response when there's pollen about?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a
It's
theory.
interesting. It's an
I'm not saying it's true.
Interesting theory.
But if
I
you're,
mean,
if it's messed up my immune system,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get rid of this fighting against the tattoo, then
and
it could possibly
it
have
goes
stuff.
mental when the pollen comes. Before
But
it
it's
wouldn't
only- it's
recognise
only
it, but now
certain- yeah, it's only certain types
certain
of
pollens.
pollens.
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think no, but it's interesting. But where did you get a tattoo? I mean, you've had it a long
When?
time now, so
Yeah, that's what I think
So-
it probably started.
interesting. Have you looked it up? the
Hold on,
correlation
Senior 11
between-
in chat saying, what's the topic of conversation? And I don't think we've really got one at the moment, have we? We're just, because we haven't been here for so long, we're just,
Literally, we're just the first person to actually talk to us in 6 years.
no, but we haven't been
And
on,
we
we
haven't
haven't,
actually-
done a podcast for 3
The
months.
top of a conversation is
The world's going to shit.
all the shit that's going on at the moment. Mostly, probably, a bit of America, a bit of
Who do we blame?
Nazism in America. Who can we blame? AI, UFOs on TikTok. That's it, really.
Whoever comes up.
I suppose whatever comes up.
Whether this
Well, yeah.
me eating sweets is going to come through on the microphone.
I sent you Big Conspire video on TikTok earlier. It was like this massive thing in the sky that people were going, wow, what's this? And it was like some giant honeycomb thing on fire with smoke coming out of it. And it kind of looked real. And then I saw like another video, like from a different angle, looking real. But do you know what I was saying about AI? All these videos are they look so real. It doesn't matter, even if you get these weird ones with show you like these big fat things with
Big
sloth
fat things.
faces eating ice cream, and it's okay.
Oh,
It's just like animation, but it looks real. So you can literally do anything now. So what, you don't know, do you?
yeah, I saw one with like a pug
especially with
doing,
TikTok.
doing the ironing or something. It's like that. Obviously, that's plainly not real. But
Yeah, but it looks real. That's the thing. The whole point.
Well, I
is,
think that video-
it's not real, but it looks
Yeah.
real. So anything that comes out that you think could be real,
the
nothing's
video
real.
you showed there was 2 of them. The first one looked like some of it might be real, but I don't think. I think there may have been like a fire and someone put something behind it. But
Yeah,
the second one you
maybe.
showed me just looks. It looked like AI
And then
to me.
and also you can listen to they put like voiceovers, and it's a bloke going, the police are telling us not to film it and go home, whatever. That could be from anything, couldn't it?
Yeah, that's
So you
what I was
take
thinking.
something
It's
from that,
just
and people are so
put it together.
I've got it
And they're
here.
so gullible, and they're like share
yeah.
it and
And
this
if,
is alien. Look at this.
Well, it's like, what is this? But yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't think.
It
I
looked
don't know.
cool, but I don't think it was real.
Even if it was real, what would it be? It's like some giant burning honeycombs. Like, but it's not real. It can't be, can it? Well, it could
I
be,
think
but
so. Well,
the whole point is you don't know it's real because
we don't. But since the
Because
last
of
time we
AI.
spoke, I think there was a load of stuff about those drones.
not since the last time we spoke.
No,
That's
we
this
know.
morning,
We're talking on the podcast. Had the drones.
yeah. And that
everyone
will
was like-
come and went, didn't it? But
Yeah, but since then, it's come out or been released that the drones were government drones. A lot of them.
that's really.
Did you not? Yeah, well, it has.
Yeah,
It's
but not
been-
like officially. Like they.
Yeah, they said that they
Wow.
they were just authorised by the government. They were doing tests, or whatever. So whether you believe that or not, it's another thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. Yeah. Were they doing tests? What drones changing into airplanes and shit like that.
No,
And
like a lot. They were just
what about
saying,
the orbs? Were the orbs
I don't know
anything to do
about. I
with
don't think the orbs was
UFO,
anything, but the actual
government?
drones that were flying about,
Yeah.
they were part of a test that the government or authorised people. They were authorised to do tests, or whatever.
Well, they would say that now, wouldn't they? After the fact.
They are.
Do you know what?
Saying that. That's exactly what they're
I
saying.
had a theory, and you're going to say no, but that's the whole point, isn't it? Chemtrails.
Yeah.
What if, right, because these drones or UFOs, etc., and orbs can all just change at will into what they want to be, so that people go, oh, it's a plane, etc. What if all the chemtrails, all these planes are actually just UFOs flying over us, squirted us, and the government can't do fuck all about it because they can't touch them? And it's just, what if? What if?
What if? I don't know. I'm not even thinking about it.
What
It just
if?
sounds dumb. Sounds super dumb. Anyway, Senior Levant says, what do you think about the elections in the USA?
Every single election that's ever happened was rigged. There you go.
That's what he thinks of that.
I don't
presume
think
he's
that,
talking
but,
about what's
I think
going on
the
now.
last-
But we'll probably get there in a little while.
I think since Bush Jr. with his cousin Jeb fixing the election, then I think pretty much everyone seems to have been rigged somewhere along the line. I think you're the least, America's the least democratic country that there is. But I think a lot of elections, a lot of countries are rigged. Some, along the line, there's no fair. Don't seem to be fair elections. That's in the UK as well, America, all of it. They're all, and it doesn't matter who fucking gets in anyway. They're all crooked. It's just a big. I've said it before. It's just a big conspire, isn't it? It's the Godfather. The whole thing's the Godfather, just on a big scale. That's what it is. They're all just criminal gangsters. That's it. But that's what I think about it. What do you think about the election, Lee? American elections.
Do I think they're all rigged since?
I don't think that was his question. I think he asked they asked what you thought about the election.
I think the world's going downhill quickly.
It was quite far down already, weren't it? It's like,
know,
yeah, that's what I was going to say before.
But this way, I don't think Trump's improving anything.
I don't. To be honest with you, I thought my stance was always they're all really bad. People were like, "Oh, if Trump gets in, it's going to be really bad." I think it's worse with that. With his mandate, etc. It's definitely.
You think Trump's worse? If Biden had got in, or if Harris had got in, things would have continued the way they have been, which is
badly, yeah,
good. But I think Trump like you'd had the status quo if Harris had got in. With Trump, you haven't got that. You've got like I don't know, someone stomping around. He's a big baby, isn't he? There are agendas pushing him and that, but he's also a big baby.
They all are. Well, I think.
No, I don't think they all are.
Big spoiled children that just get away with it. Sociopaths, all sociopaths.
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Sorry. I think all the time before, the governments would do it in the background. They'd be just the same, almost. I think just the same-ish. They do all their shit in the background, with dark underbelly deals and toppling regimes from inside and purple revolutions through financing government oppositions and stuff like that. But the Trump, etc., is not doing that. Well, they probably are doing that as well, but they're very much overt. It's all sort of overt.
Yeah.
I don't know. The people just see that as worse. But now they are worse. Like, yeah. But it's not my country, And it doesn't. No. It seems to affect. Because they have a knock-on effect everywhere because they're so entwined in everything.
Yes.
It's like the Roman Empire collapsing, or where happens when the Roman Empire was there. Any empire that's there, like British Empire, etc. When the government does stuff, it has an effect everywhere because they've got their claws in everything. So, yeah, it's I don't know. It's a house of cards.
Here's house cards, but there's been an established way of doing stuff for years, which is like they're saying the status quo, which would have carried on, doing underhand tactics and behind and pretending they're doing stuff. But Trump's just.
Do you think though, if you kept going the way it was happening with Ukraine and Russia, that still was, but maybe even quickly sliding into a military confrontation with Russia. Maybe it's not so much now, but it will be because there will be two. Do you know what I mean? I'm just
Who's not? Well, Europe's closer to having a confrontation with Russia.
what because America,
NATO without out the USA. Yeah, of course they are.
why? Because they would seem less powerful, or
Who?
but it'd only be if Russia
Well, no,
had the intention of.
well, I'm pretty sure they have got an intention. Did you see the other day? Part of the deal, Russia wants. Is it Romania? They want all the NATO forces to be pulled out of Romania.
Maybe sounds like a reasonable.
How is that
expectation.
reasonable? Romania
Because-
don't want to be invaded by Russia.
Maybe then, yeah, no. Apparently, there's an eye on
There's only one.
all the
way.
old Soviet,
there's
Soviet
only-
bloc being.
Why would they
Soviet
want
bloc again, so
like NATO to be pulled out of these countries? There's only one reason for it.
annex them?
In the future,
Maybe that is the deal. Maybe that is the deal. We'll
what deal?
maybe that's the deal. I'm just saying, maybe that's the deal.
Yes.
Somewhat being made. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, look at Trump's come out like ridiculous stuff. Oh, we want to make Canada the 51st state.
he actually means it though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I
Like,
know he does. I'm saying
don't know, it's like-
he wants to buy Greenland, or if not, just take it by force. Rename
Elon
the-
Musk want to make UK one of their states.
Hey, he's
or something like
just-
that, wouldn't it?
He's just a chaos agent as well. Dumb. But then with the Ukraine thing, he's gone to Russia, like to Putin, said, "Oh, come out in the media. It's Ukraine's fault. Russia attacked Ukraine. Want to do a peace deal, but we're not going to involve Ukraine." That's like in the Second World War. It's not like it, but a little bit. But it's this as if Germany and Japan got together to decide how England would surrender, isn't it?
Not really.
A little bit.
I can't quite work.
Maybe
can't
not.
quite work that.
But they're not. They're too. Well, Trump is plainly hostile to Ukraine, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's not. You got a how's he doing?
because he knows that they're dodges. They're dodgy as fuck.
Yes,
They're not
but
like
everyone's dodgy. But how is he negotiating a peace deal, or saying he wants to negotiate a peace deal when he's not?
It-
He hasn't
it
got
does
their best
have-
interests at heart.
it has. It has the shades of Czechoslovakia, with the Soviets invading.
Yeah.
And there's the split with Soviets and Germany with Stalin and Hitler.
Yeah.
It's got shades. There's definitely some historical repetition. It's bad juju, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can't negotiate a peace deal. Well, you can negotiate a peace deal. You can if it's going to be.
What about the country involved?
You can.
How can they? Because that country is not involved.
The thing is,
That's like I don't know,
So-
holding
so-
an
hang on,
election
'cause
in the country without.
Zelensky was a absolute 100% puppet of America, etc.
Not 100% puppet.
Yeah. Yes,
No,
100%.
I don't think so.
He done exactly what. Well, yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't give him, lent him the money, etc. He was. I mean, he's a bloody like a comedy actor sort of thing, dancer. He's
Yeah,
not.
but that's ridiculous. It's like anybody who's had any other career cannot be a politician. I mean, he was an actor, and maybe he is all an act. I don't think it is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what I think.
But
So,
people who have who have done other things in their life can be politicians, can become
Yeah,
politicians.
but he's done exactly. He's had to do exactly as he's told. They're
Well, yeah,
not-
because he wants to
Yeah.
his country to survive.
I don't think he gives a shit about his.
Really?
He gives a shit about himself, but not about. The same as any
Why
other
is that?
politician. Don't give a shit about their countries. They care about themselves. He's not exactly short of a penny or two. He could, well, maybe if that's the case, he could leave Ukraine now.
So
and
why
not have to
didn't he
worry
then?
about it? But yeah, no, good point. All right, fair enough. But
It's like when this thing started, Russia done a big push. They were doing that pincer movement. They were trying to like encircle Kiev, or whatever you want to call it. Zelensky didn't run away, did he? He didn't leave the country. You're like, I'm
probably
going to
did
get
at the time.
captured. No, but he didn't. You're saying he probably did. He didn't leave the country. He was there. That's not someone who's got millions of pounds and just in it for the fame and fortune, whatever.
is
Is
he
it?
there
should-
though?
Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe you in.
I don't know. I don't know. Not sure what I'm getting at really, but
No,
I don't.
you just
I'm
want to
just
argue
trying
with
to.
me about the.
I'm not. I'm just trying to be like an age of whatever it is to do with this Russia America deal. I can see where because they're the big boys there and the ones that have got sort of the push and whatever, and they're the ones who are they're basically the countries that are fighting in Ukraine is Russia and America. Like,
I don't agree with that.
equipment, I do. Like, you know, the amount of money and equipment that America's given to Ukraine, and it's practically
Not as
America
much as
fighting
as
Ukraine.
Europe has.
Oh, well, you say that.
I do, because it's statistically proven.
Anyway,
So you think Trump's got Ukraine's best interests at heart?
no, I don't at all. Not at all. It's nothing to do with Ukraine.
he comes in
It's to do
and-
with what America gets out of it, or what he gets out
Yeah,
of
of
it.
course.
It's nothing to do with
Because he already said he wanted, I don't know, 500
bloke
billions
knows.
worth of their rare minerals, whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. A deal. They're going to split the You have this part, and we'll have the money for or whatever, the minerals from wherever. It's just going to end in tears, isn't it? It's all,
Yeah,
it's all
yes,
bad.
of course it is. I think I don't know. He's just, like I say, throwing his weight around, not really understanding. Trump is not really understanding how politics or stuff works. I mean, it might work. Like, oh, we'll just tariff everybody, and
It's just like I've got the biggest gun now, so I
Yeah,
can do what I want, sort
he's
of
a
thing.
he's
you
a
know?
big bully. Like, I'll do whatever I want. You have to
America
do
is a
as
big
I'm-
bully. Now America are now a big bully with a big bully running them,
I know,
aren't they?
I know. But before,
They were still a big bully. Like
they
they're
were.
an empire with. Maybe they're an empire.
how can I
but
say
who's-
this? It
I mean,
wasn't so
do you think-
blatant, though, was it? Or
that?
it was less. It wasn't so overt. It's
No,
it's
really. I
causing
mean,
more-
yeah,
it's
I do
causing
know
more
because that's what I
problems.
said before. But now,
causes more problems this way, doesn't it?
yeah, seems to
And
be.
it's
Yeah,
for the world.
different problems.
Yeah.
You think just different problems, or more problems, or
Well, it's more problems, isn't it? Just more. There's more problems going to come out of this. Like, make America great. I don't think America's going to come out greater the other side of this Trump presidency than.
isn't it
Well,
the
they
last
already
last presidency or something like that? Is it?
Well, depends whether he becomes king or not. Didn't they have the other day where they
King Trump.
tweeted
I heard
out?
that. Was it? We
Tweeted
don't
out
have a
the
king
White
or whatever,
House
yeah.
tweeted out saying about King Trump. Actually,
Trump.
the White
What,
House.
didn't they just miss a word bit? It's like fucking
No.
that fucking Trump. It's like
I don't think so. No, this is White
They
House
made-
officially.
They
Like,
cut out the beginning of it. Fucking Trump again. I don't
tweeted
know.
out something. I don't
Emperor Trump. Here, Trump.
know. So what do you think he's trying to do then? When you look at, he wants Canada, he wants Greenland. He's now saying this about Ukraine. What do you think? Panama Canal. What do you think's in the future?
Or
Well, yeah, but how?
It's
How is it going to unfold? That's what I want to know. What you think?
Trump will have a heart attack, and Elon Musk will take over with his legions of AI robots. I heard. Do you know what I heard?
Go on.
It was basically Elon Musk is actually an alien, and he's doing all this so because he's lost his ship and he's trying to find his ship, or he's trying to find a way back into space. And I like with
Yeah.
what's his, and that's basically.
Why don't you
what
get
all
one of
this
his
is about.
spaceships and go back into space then, and then let his?
No, he needs to
Thingy
get the right
brothers
technology or something like that. It was just some
pick him
weird
up.
thing.
Why don't you get like a record player, a saw, some trees, build and a speaking spell, and then build like a device to contact.
Oh
phone
yeah,
home?
like ET. Yeah, yeah.
Is he not that
Phone
smart?
home. I don't know. It was some.
He isn't that smart.
Yeah.
He's someone else who I don't think is anywhere near as smart as people say he is.
What do you want to happen?
What do I want to happen?
What do you want to
I
happen?
want them all to say, let's stop the war now. Russia, go back to where Russia comes from. Let Ukraine be its own country. America, be nice and end world hunger.
What about the Donbass region with all the Russians that we're getting?
Well, don't let Russia go back and then Donbass region be nice. Don't kill people, whatever.
Well, the Ukrainians were killing people there.
Yeah, well, don't kill them. That's
So
I'm not
everyone
saying
just be. Everyone don't
yeah,
kill
everyone
everyone.
just be excellent to each other.
I think that's good. Excellent. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Let the Russians speak Russian and but still be in Ukraine. You can do that. Still be.
What do we do? What do we do with What do we do with
What
Ireland?
do you mean? What do with Ireland?
Do we let Ireland unite then?
What's that got to do with Ukraine? You said.
Well, because you said it's like everywhere, isn't
Yeah,
it?
let
Everywhere
yeah.
there's a problem. You got like
Yeah,
Palestine
let
and
them
and
be
just-
if they want to. Some people
Maybe
don't
like,
want to
all
though. So
the
I don't know.
Palestinians should not go home. They should go somewhere. It's like,
I mean, that's
what?
another one. The
fuck?
Palestinians, like, we'll just move all the Palestinians out. We'll build a lovely resort here, and we'll
We
build
could
some
do
nice
really well,
places
really
somewhere
nice
else
resort.
for them.
Nothing
I mean,
do all the oil that you've just like
it's
literally.
it's not just to do with oil, though, is it? It's Israel, expanding Israel to take up all of Palestine. That's what's behind it.
How do you think, like on a day-to-day basis, how will any of this affect you or me? Like, no, really. I mean,
Well,
you other than the world getting destroyed by nuclear weapons, or
economic impacts is obviously a factor which could affect us directly. Destabilization of Europe and that, and if obviously all the countries have got to build bigger armies to put into Europe to protect against potential Russian and American aggression.
is that just
because even American aggression's got to be
American or the industrial military complex everywhere, so that they get more finance and make more money? Is it just
no?
a scare
Because I think
tactic?
don't you think there's a different level here now? Don't you think what Trump's doing is not? He's not run by the people who were running it before. If is,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
do.
a huge
It's a
change.
change of guard, isn't it?
A huge change in what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
so obviously that.
I think if there is a huge, the Illuminati behind everything, then I don't think I think they're playing Trump to do something. You know what I mean? I don't think he's part of it.
I think is he not part of the thing? Is he part
No,
of the
I don't
thing?
think so.
Or you think he's a rogue element in their plans, sort of thing?
No. I think if he is, then they'll still be able to manipulate him and use him to their own ends.
But do you think
Plans will
do you think
change.
there's a different cabal? It's the same cabal.
Probably not. No, I mean, if there is one, I'm not sure there is one anyway.
Well, there definitely is one. There definitely was.
Yeah, but I don't know.
There definitely is something.
We've had this
I know
discussion
you've never said
before
there's not.
about,
People don't sit
about
around
the
the table.
Illuminati.
But
They're all sitting there making plans. There are people making plans. There are
there definitely is some. There's definitely
some.
something there.
I'm not
to what extent.
I'm not sure it's a huge world, web.
Well, just because you don't think it is, it doesn't mean it isn't.
No, I don't think. This is what I'm saying. I don't think it is. And if there are people, but if there is, then Trump is not part of it, and he's being totally played to do a certain thing now. I mean, they might not have. No, because he's just
he's part of the plan, but not part of them.
Yeah, he's not one of them. He's not
anyway.
like this, because you could
He
look.
thinks he's not, but he is.
No, you could look at, say, like Obama or even Biden and say they were in on the plan. They know the people who are putting the strings and they're part of it.
Biden used to, but then he forgot. So
Well, that's what I'm saying about the status quo. They're part of the overall drive to go somewhere with these people. Whereas Trump, I don't think is that. That doesn't mean he's not being played and manipulated. He seems like the sort of person who could be manipulated easy just through flattery and, you know what I mean, saying nice things to him. He seems to...
Maybe, yeah.
He wants to be... He wants people to cheer him.
It's only the portrayal, you know what I mean? I don't know these people. It's the portrayal that, that it seems like that. I completely agree. I don't disagree with you. We always get how people seem,
Yes.
With anybody. It's only how they seem. We get like a certain...
Of course.
What their characters and stuff like that. But I couldn't disagree with you about that. But
he says... I mean, Trump says dumb stuff to get applause. So he seems... He could, if you say stuff to him like, "Oh, you're looking great. Look at you. You're so smart and brilliant." He'll be like, "Yeah, I am smart and brilliant," because he believes he's smart and brilliant. And those sort of people, he doesn't know how dumb he fucking is. Because I generally think he has below average IQ. If he'd done what's it called, a
IQ test.
That's the one. My IQ got there.
Literally, it's an IQ test.
An IQ test. I don't reckon he would be above. I reckon he'd be below average IQ. He just comes across that way. He's got a lot of money. He knows how to use it, and strong arm people. He's a bully.
Manipulate
that doesn't.
people.
People say he's so smart in business and that. But I don't think he is particularly smart.
As I said, Godfather.
He's got no.
But they were smart. Some of that,
he's got no subtlety to him, which I suppose could work if you just got
He's just got a hammer.
You hit everything with a hammer.
He's just got a hammer.
Yeah, and you're strong in that. But it doesn't have...
I hope not, because we'll be in trouble if he's just got a hammer, because he'll just use his hammer everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's what he's been doing.
Hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, but...
Threatening.
All right, he's threatening people with his hammer. He hasn't actually done it.
But I mean, I don't know if this is true actually, but isn't it usually when any other president gets in power, they like bomb someone straight away? Is that not I mean, I don't know. I'm
I don't know.
guessing.
Yeah, but Trump
Is that
bombed
not a
someone the
thing?
other day. He blew up people in, is it Yemen or something?
Yeah, that don't count though.
Well, it's somewhere out there. He's like, it didn't,
Maybe
like,
did. Maybe yeah. Maybe that was his thing. Just
It went under
I
the
can-
news radar thing, but he launched airstrikes on someone out there in the, Middle East, whatever. I can't remember what country it was.
Do you think the local commanders and stuff just got autonomy and they can do it, or do you think that has to come straight from?
No, I think it was his
President.
name was on it. Well, whatever. Apparently, when he was signing,
Fair enough,
he was
yeah.
signing the executive orders. He didn't have a clue what he was actually signing. There's someone,
A lot of those extra orders, isn't it? It's like
yeah. Well, because he thinks it changes the law, whatever, but it's not. It's,
it doesn't. Yeah, it's
No.
like you can't just go and change the law of an executive
and,
order.
he
Or
isn't
can you? I
actually
don't know.
a dictator at the moment. There is like the judges are trying to. There are judges saying that he can't do this stuff, and now they're saying, well, if the judges disagree with him, we'll just remove them as judges and put our own people in there. This is shockingly bad. You
It
look
is,
into a lot of the
very-
little stuff
it's-
that's
it's
going
a-
on.
Yeah,
The tiny little
it
steps
definitely-
they're taking
when you
is
get
not
rid of
good.
generals and everything like that, it's
Yeah, because he's
definitely
done that as well. He's got rid of a load of generals who would have probably opposed his plans, and I have
Yeah.
no doubt people who agree with him.
yeah, everywhere like, across the whole sort of thing, and
So
yeah,
going back to
purge, like a purge.
Ukraine and Europe,
I'm like, has he got rid of generals and stuff like that though? I don't know about.
yeah,
the
he has
military, what's happened
replaced.
there.
He has started replacing certain generals and that.
Well, you know what happened with the Soviets? They got rid of so many generals and that when the Germans attacked, they were fucked because they didn't
Yeah,
have the experience.
there is
and-
that problem. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just saying that's like a historical
that's
context.
what they're saying
Maybe
about
that-
a lot of his cabinet, aren't they? They're saying they've got no experience running the
I
departments
that-
they're in.
No one could run nothing anyway. So, do you know when they say stuff like that, I think you're all shitbags. You're all
No,
just shitbags.
There are, that's not true, because there are
Right.
people in governments who have experience of what they do. I mean, there might not be great
They're
people.
all
but-
shitbags. I didn't say that. I just
Yes, but
yeah.
if you're a shitbag and you've got no experience in what you're doing, then that's going to make you doubly
You're a rubbish
shit, isn't
shitbag.
it? Yeah. Especially in
Yeah.
a regime where everything's a yes. The answer to every question is just yes. It's like, can we do this? They got no real clue. And it's like, oh yeah, of course we can, because they're yes people, which is what he
Yeah.
feels putting people
Yes.
around him. Yes. Or like making up wild things. Can we do this? Or, they put a plan. Let's take Canada. Can we do this? Yeah, of course we can. We're the biggest military in the world, but it's not.
Maybe
not
they're all
fucking
just like,
easy, is it?
Yeah, just let him do what he wants. He's
No, I
like,
don't think
how
so.
old?
78 now, and he's 76, 78.
That amazes me in a country like America, the amount of guns and stuff they've got that no one killed him. Like, I'm not.
They tried.
I'm not advocating it or anything like that.
Didn't
But did they, though?
I know.
I don't know. Like, I'm surprised not more presidents and stuff get killed in America. All of them. I'm surprised they don't all get shot.
No, because all the people
Because
with guns love him.
All the people with guns love him. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about, generally, you've had like a couple got shot.
Five,
Reagan,
isn't it?
JFK got killed, but it's
I think
amazing.
I think they've had 5
Because the
assassinated.
amount of
Maybe 4.
like mass shootings you get in America, like there's a lot of
Yeah, but it's
mental
probably
people
not that
guns and
easy to
stuff
get
like
that close to the
No,
president.
it's
with
very
a-
hard, very very
Yeah.
hard, obviously. But I don't know.
Mm.
Am I scared? No. Do I care?
I do care. I
It's interesting.
think I'm
I've-
more worried now about sort of Trump being a president than I'm not worried as thing, but I'm more concerned than I have been any time in the past ever.
It's more like exciting than interesting, isn't
I'm
it?
not sure it is exciting, is it?
It's not exciting, interesting at all. No.
I'm saying go back. Let's go back to like what he's doing in Ukraine. Like he come out, he says, "Oh, Zelensky's a dictator," which he's not.
Well,
Um,
he has got rid of opposition and shit there as well. So it's
no, but he's saying
not-
he's because he hasn't had elections and that. It's not
Yeah.
anything because their law was it. Their law is while they're under martial law, they can't have elections. And apparently they went to their parliament and their parliament's like, no, we don't want elections. If we had elections now, Russia would just like game the election with like social media and that, and it'd be totally again, it wouldn't be good for us.
but that's still dictatorial.
No, but
dictatorial.
it's in their constitution as well. Why they're under sort of martial law, and their parliament backed up from all sides. They're like, we don't want an
That's
election.
convenient. It's got to be under martial law because they're being invaded. So yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? You don't, in the middle of a war, you don't hold an election, do you? That's dumb.
Britain
Isn't
did
it?
in the Second World War.
No, we didn't.
Beginning of it
No, we didn't.
did.
All right. We actually didn't during the war.
Chamberlain.
Yes, he stepped down. We put
Yeah.
Churchill in his place. We didn't,
Well, you
during
say
the
that.
war. Yeah, but during the war, we didn't hold an election.
No, you can't really.
Anyway,
but
so he's not a
Anyway,
dictator. That's fake. And then he comes out, oh, it's Ukraine's fault they got invaded by Russia. I mean, that's one of the dumbest things you got anywhere, isn't
it's
it?
NATO's fault that
No, it's
Ukraine
not
got
NATO's
invaded by
fault. It's
Russia.
Russia's fault that.
It's NATO's fault
How is it NATO's fault?
because it is.
So why didn't they invade one of the NATO countries on their border?
Because they're NATO. So
Yeah, but so it wasn't NATO's fault because there's NATO countries right
Kind
there.
of.
So if they wanted to get rid of NATO countries, attack NATO and get rid of them.
they
took
should have behaved
No,
themselves.
it's just
more.
dumb, innit?
Yeah, kind
I'm
of.
saying there's a lot. It's not as black and white and easy as there's all to
No.
do with toppling governments. Both sides were doing it. Like Russia and America were both influencing the Ukrainian government. But you can't blame the country that it got invaded by another country.
I'm trying to think of instances in
Right,
it
without
probably was-
provocation.
It probably, hang on,
Like,
it
obviously-
probably was Scotland's fault that England invaded them.
no, it's not, is it?
Wales,
Or,
the Wales' fault that England invaded.
oh,
No, I don't know.
it was probably Germany's fault that they got invaded during the Second World War.
Now, come on. Let's not
But
make assumptions here.
They did sort of start it. It's not the same thing, is it? Anyway, it's
But
just
yeah.
saying stuff like that's just dumb. And then like saying European,
It's provocative.
Europe's not democratic. Like we're all, what did he say? Stuff like that. Just saying Europe.
Maybe he's on
trash.
something. That's what I'm saying. It's all corruption.
Yeah, but
Maybe
it's not. It is
Hang on.
corruption, but it's just.
Can I just point out that I'm not a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
I'll just point that out as I'm coming out. I'm
So
just
what is
trying
his-
to not
What is his plan?
be.
then? What
I'm
does he
not being
wanna
a
do?
soapbox. I'm not trying to. I don't want to be an echo chamber. And just
Yeah.
say, this is they're bad, sort of thing, and that we're all right and everything like that. I just think there's more.
Do you
There's
think
more nuances to stuff than
Of
do you know
course,
what the BBC says and
Do
stuff
you-
like that, and
he's
Go
and even before he doing the peace deal, we're going to go and do a peace deal with Russia. We're not inviting anyone else to do no one in Europe, not even Ukraine, just us, USA and Russia, plus Ukraine. Before we go into this peace deal, Ukraine can never join NATO. And what else did they say? Something else that was just dumb before you go into a negotiation. It's like, what are you doing?
because that's part of the deal, isn't it? Like
but you don't
they should
go
never
in-
be
you
part of
don't- you
NATO,
don't-
and NATO should not be anywhere near Ukraine, and that was part of the deal,
What deal? There was never a deal.
the original deal.
Okay,
With-
so
With the new,
they were never part of the Ukraine. Plus, part of the deal was that America and like Europe would defend Ukraine against Russian aggression if Ukraine gave up all their nuclear missiles.
Well,
Well,
you
not
say
well.
that.
I do say that because
The
that was
Minsk-
part
the
of
Minsk
it.
agreement. The Minsk agreement.
No, before that, I think, or maybe it was that. No, I think the Minsk agreement is something else.
It isn't. That's what
Okay.
I'm talking about. The Minsk agreement.
Is
Um,
that the one where they said, "Give up all your nuclear missiles, and we will always defend you against Russian aggression"?
Yeah, but wasn't it like we're not allowed to move our base? It's all changed and everything. Like you can't. I mean, you're supposed to have an
No, but
agreement,
that was-
and then shit
That
changes.
was it. Like technically, by that agreement, NATO should be inside Ukraine fighting Russia. That's what
Well,
we
we don't
promised
want
them.
that though, do we?
No, we don't. But that's what we promised them. Or not we. That's what NATO or
I didn't.
Britain and
promise
America.
anything.
That's what Britain and America promised them. I know things change over the years, but then you can't say NATO shouldn't
Well,
be
look,
anywhere near them.
Look, I've got a different view on it. You know, like Iraq got
Yeah.
invaded because Iraq
Weapons
was
of mass
corrupt.
destruction.
It's like they said like weapons of mass destruction, but then it was like because he's a really bad man, we should get rid of him.
Yeah.
But wasn't Ukraine like the most corrupt country in,
Oh, yeah.
in Europe or something at the time? So wasn't it
so.
right for Russia to go in there and remove the head of this corrupt
Nazis.
regime
Remember
or
the
Nazi
Nazis?
regime? Yeah.
See,
I
the other
don't
day,
know,
you know that Dugan, is it Dugan? Alexander, what's his name? Alexander Dugan. He's like called Putin's brain. He's like a Russian philosopher now. His
I think-
daughter
I know
got
you
blown
mean,
up a
but-
few years ago.
Yeah.
by Ukrainians, I think. They'd car bombed. I think they were going for him. But the other day he said, I don't know if this is a real tweet. This could be all like a fake. This could be a fake news tweet. He put out, Ukraine, was it? Well, I'm going to need to get this right now. Oh no, it was about Germany. Germany need to vote in that far right party. What's it called?
That's happening this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Germany need to vote for that party. This is that Dugan. I don't know if this is true, but this is a great bit of propaganda. It's not. Or Germany needs to, if they don't, then Germany needs to be split between the USA and Russia like it was after the war. Or USA and Russia will take Germany and split it like it was after the war. I mean, if that's a real tweet, that's crazy. He's supporting. I mean, they're obviously not a Nazi party because Nazi parties are illegal, but they're a right wing party, which is a lot closer to Nazis. So Russia invaded Ukraine to get rid of Nazis, and the bloke who supports Putin is saying vote for not Nazis, vote for the right wing in Germany, or us in America will invade you and split you.
That makes sense.
The world don't make sense, does it? Like I say, that might be a fake. You know, might be a fake tweet put out there.
I'm becoming unemotionally attached to stuff. You know, like you don't put your energy into stuff.
Yeah. Where's the best way?
Almost maybe I'm becoming a bit numb, not numb to it.
Comfortably numb
to it. I know pretty much on the last podcast, it was like you'll get something come up, it's like aliens, any stuff. It's like, and they talk about stuff. I know it's not the same thing, but they'll say disclosure, blah, or this is that and that. It's like,
yeah, but we know it's not, because something like alien disclosure would be one of the biggest stories in the world.
Should be
like
one
actual
of the biggest
alien
stories in the world.
disclosure, not people saying, "Oh, we're on record that we saw some aliens." That's not alien disclosure. That's random, or even like official people. That's still not disclosure, is it? Until someone officially comes out within a government and says, we have aliens. We know about aliens.
If Trump came out and said it, people would just laugh, though.
They would.
You wouldn't take any notice of it, would they?
Yeah, but then you'd want proof. And then when they showed you the proof, everyone would be like, hey, that's Project Blue.
I mean, this is not my point, but this is my point now, is that it's all a lie because they know that there are aliens, etc. here, etc., but no one comes out and says it. So everything's just a fucking show. Everything is a show for the big show, before covering up the big show.
And so you mean by they? How many people know?
Them, they, all the governments know.
Does Trump know?
Everyone. He don't know shit. No, he probably does. But no, do you know what I mean? Like they know. I
think he'd say if he knew.
I'm talking about the whole sort of umbrella of governments and stuff. Know that there's real bad shit going on with.
Yeah, but there's levels, isn't there? Layers.
Dribbling now. No, but they know that there's a big, massive UFO alien abduction stroke conspiracy going on, and has been. So this whole fucking we're gonna fight each other is just a big show. It's a big show. Sorry. It's a show. That's the show.
It's like an onion, though.
I think that's why I'm not getting emotionally attached to any of this shit, because it's all just.
Yeah, but a lot of it could be real, because a lot of people doing it don't know about the other stuff.
What do you mean?
Well, if you.
What do you mean? In what context?
Like I say, it's like layers of an onion. So you get levels of government that just work for the government. Then you get people who know stuff, but then you get people under them who know more. Then there's like top secret stuff that everybody else doesn't know. So there could be people manoeuvring their armies because the people doing that don't actually know anything about the aliens.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but it's the whole big thing is just a big show for. It's just a big cover up for for the big show that's gonna or is happening or something. Yeah, but that's what I think. Underlying, ultimately, that is what I think. There's, and even the alien thing is a big show over the show of infinite, we're infinite immortal beings of light and shit like that. Like even this whole we even know that this reality is not what we think it is. We're like the Matrix thing. So everything's just a big, there you go. That's my big reveal.
You're sort of a nihilist, aren't you?
It's not really a nihilist, is it? It's like,
of course it is, because you don't believe in anything. You just, everything's a big show. There's nothing's.
I believe in everything, though, isn't it? Isn't that believing in everything, not believing in nothing?
You don't believe in everything because it's all a big show. Everything is nothing. Everything doesn't mean anything to you.
Oh no, everything like
You just said.
like there's something on TV, but it's just something on TV. It doesn't mean it's real. It's just something on. So everything's on TV.
Yeah.
But there's still something going on in the room. You can watch the TV but do you know what I mean? It's like
Not really.
It's not really the way of explaining it, but ultimately, it doesn't mean I go through the day. I'm an infinite being of love and nothing matters because because I'm inside the program and doing all my stuff, etc. But ultimately, when I sit down and I can talk to someone like you, and then I can express my stuff, not inner but outer, that's what I think it comes down to. I know maybe you think that's a load of shit. What's the point of like talking about war and America and what's going on in this country and stuff like that if I just think like that? But ultimately, I think when I'm thinking about it, that's how I feel. Doesn't mean I exist like that every day because I don't, because I get on with it. But ultimately, to my core, that's my
Everything is fake.
That's my knowing. No, there's
everything's fake.
Everything that we see, everything that we experience, to a point, is not our real reality. And again, that wasn't what you were talking about, but that's my. That's why, because that's why I'm like I say, I'm not emotionally involved in what's going on with Trump, and I quite like the UFO aspect of shit. I love that. I love all that. You know, when something comes up with that. But like with the geopolitics and stuff like that, it's all a load of shit, really. Ultimately, it's all a load of bollocks.
It's all a game. So, I understand that, yeah.
You know, it's like...
And people know they're playing a game, but
and they want you to be emotionally involved in it, to take you, you know, to give them some kind... they may not know it, but like to give it some kind of justification for shit that they do, and there's none, you know what I mean?
If it's all a game, do you think Trump knows he's playing just a game then?
He's probably just an NPC or some shit, like, probably not. Maybe he's part of some big, dark light power. I don't know. He's part of... I don't know. I don't think he knows. I don't think... No, sometimes you know, and some... I don't know. I don't know. It hurts my brain.
You have to have a slight opinion on it.
Like, you know, when you try and work out who's the NPC and who's not the NPC, do you know about obviously some people may be NPCs and some people ain't. Are they? I don't know.
I don't think people are NPCs.
Like, you sort of think, oh, maybe your sister's like just an NPC, and then I think, maybe not. I don't know.
I just think there's people who just don't engage with certain stuff that you do. It doesn't make them an NPC.
No, but I mean, is there such thing as NPCs?
I don't
people
think so,
that are
no.
don't know. They literally, you know, like, because some people don't have the inner voice. They've got no inner monologue. If you've got no inner monologue, how can you discuss with yourself about the universe and shit like that? I don't think having an inner monologue's got anything to do with being an NPC or not. I'm not sure. I don't understand how you can't say a word in your head.
It's a different way people.
How can you create? How can you make stuff if you can't say a word or picture stuff?
People do.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Don't they?
And again, I know you wasn't talking about that, but I can't help it because that's just where I am, like going off and stuff.
So you think anyone who doesn't have an inner voice is an NPC?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying there's so much.
You think
I don't know.
Possibly anybody who doesn't have an inner voice is an NPC?
Maybe. Possible. Maybe everyone who's got an inner voice is an NPC.
Don't they normally just call people NPCs are just people who don't want to...
No, it's not. It's not it. No.
Want to get... I don't know.
They're just like part of the... They're part of the thing. I don't know.
They're just going about their day.
Yeah.
A lot of the world just do that. I spoke to everyone. Maybe lots of people have deep and meaningful thoughts without, or not, if they can't. But, you know...
Doesn't make... I mean, just because you have a deep...
I don't
it
really...
doesn't make anyone any more special because they have a deep and meaningful thought. I'm just trying to work out what the fuck is real and what isn't, and why... What do I need to be engaged with?
Choose what you want to be engaged with.
Does it matter? Like, does Trump matter? Does it matter?
It might matter if you do it. What do you mean by does it matter?
Right. Think about Caesar, right? Or the Roman emperors. Think about Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Or basically there's been, you know, emperors and stuff that have come along and gone across the world and just wrecked and destroyed, but built as well. How did that affect me, like now? And did it... I mean, Do you know what I mean? Like, there's
apart from the formation of the country that you live in,
there's like a
and the world you inhabit,
and the universe, like all these big solar systems spin around each other, you know, and it's big, massive, but then there's just me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're saying you're not significant. You are significant. Do you know you are significant to yourself?
Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I
don't really know what you're. I do know what you're getting at, but I don't. I think you just.
I know you wasn't talking. I know we were just talking about, like, you know,
that's
the
fine.
geopolitics and all that stuff, and I don't know. Anyway,
Trump an NPC?
Let's get back to the politics of it. So where do you think it's going to go? Go on. The next month, next year. Are we just going to be talking about what spiel he's talking about in a year? Is shit actually going to happen? Are there going to be massive protests in America?
No. I think there was some in Washington. There's been some protests. I
saw some stuff like LA, Washington. I mean, like proper protest. Slow people walking slowly. Ooh, that's crap. You know what I mean? Like a protest is a protest.
For a country that goes on a lot about getting rid of a government they don't like, because that's why they keep their guns. They don't seem very willing to get rid of a government they don't like.
It's
quite an extreme step, I must admit.
It's a very extreme step, you know. It's got who wants to get shot first, you know what I mean? Yeah. That is always that, isn't there? It's like when you go anywhere and you want to do something, it's the mob mentality, isn't it? Once it goes, then it'll go. But
the shit that's going on in America at the moment seems to be going quite quick. Like the Trump way, you know, the Republicans. If you watch some of the bills they've been putting through, like in their states and stuff,
of it, but yeah,
it's like I don't know. Well, I'm sure I said to you about, is it Missouri or something, where they're trying to make it that if you're an illegal immigrant, well, yeah, you like entered the state illegally, then they can arrest you and
put you in prison forever.
Put you in prison forever.
That's isn't that supposed to be like a national thing? Or
no, it was in one state, but it's like obviously if it goes in one state, the chance they put in. I don't know if it's ever actually going to get on the bill ever, but I mean that's horrific if that's a thing. But that's the mentality of the people who are doing, and they're putting through all these sort of things all the time. There's like, I don't know, another one of the states, they're trying to put through a thing where women who have miscarriages, you know, they're going to be investigated whether they were actually were the cause of the miscarriage, and then they could potentially be charged for murder.
Yeah,
and, you know, in the state
shit like that is
there's a death penalty for murder. I mean, this is insane.
It's because they think they can get away with all this stuff. Yeah, I understand.
All the time you're hearing about these extra things they're doing.
Anything like that, that's going to affect me, like,
and
emotionally. You know, like
this is Republicans doing this, and people are saying, where's the opposition? What are the Democrats? And the Democrats all seem to be using, like they're relying on the system of law and order that they've built over the past 200 years to help them get out of it, which takes time. All these things. Trump, you know, stuff he's tweeted, people who support him, the stuff they're saying, Elon Musk, they're like, we're not going to listen to the judges. You know, there's quotes and stuff where they're saying, if the judges don't support us, then they're like enemy of the people. We're going to get rid of them and get judges who do support us. So by the time the levers of power come into process where the Democrats are trying to put them there to halt what's going on, all the people who, you know, they're going to be all Trump's all on that side supporting like Trump. It's going down. It could go downhill really fast. I think that might have a huge impact on what happens in the rest of the world as well, because at the moment,
it will. Yeah,
at the moment, it's probably carrying on in America as much as it has been. I mean, I think maybe prices are going to slightly go up once tariffs and that on both sides of the world, that starts biting, you know, prices go up even more. That's going to put people, loads of people are getting put out of work who work for the government and that. I was watching someone say earlier they work in one I can't remember, one county or whatever. They got 6,000 or 10% of the government workforce. They got a huge government workforce. 10% is going to be put out of work, and that's like 6,000 people. So in the next month, or whatever, there could be 6,000 people unemployed, and they're all on, you know, they're all getting good government wages. They're all going to be looking for jobs and that, and there's going to be nothing there for them, and they're all in this one area, and that sort of thing is going to tip the balance a certain way or the other. A lot of these people were probably, it was a red state, so probably a lot of them voted for Trump. It's when those people who were comfortable and then they get uncomfortable, that's when something might happen. And that's, if you start getting civil unrest within America, then that's going to make them think, can we still project our power outside of America as well? Well, then that's the time to project your power outside of America and make a common enemy, isn't it?
And if they start taking money, if they start maybe taking assets away from American citizens, like rich people, etc., and you might get some backlash. Otherwise, because people have got nothing anyway, like poor people have got nothing. So it's like,
no, I was thinking about this earlier. Poor people haven't got anything, but they, like in this country, there's lots of people who are just comfortable enough that they don't want to go out and protest. So it's got to be the same in America. You'll sort of tread in water. The government's giving you enough so that your head's just above water. Once you start drowning, then you'll be like, fuck, I've got nothing to lose. I might as well go out and storm Parliament or, burn shit down and all that.
Usually it takes quite a while, but you're thinking that it'll go quite quickly in America because of...
No, I don't know. But it might get to the point where by the time people try, the amount of change that the Republicans have managed to enact is not going to... They've got no, they've got...
Legally, like lawfully.
Lawfully,
So then it would be like the rule of people, wouldn't it? The law of...
Yeah, and then you just get to the point where you've seen it in
Civil War, revolution.
Well, you've seen it in places before where people just want to stay out of the way. They don't happen in Germany's always a thing, isn't it? People knew that they were doing bad stuff, but everyone just kept their head down because they want to be picked on. You don't.
It's like everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It
has to be really uncomfortable before, and then it either goes, something happens to try and stop it, or it just goes too much, and then the government's got so much control that people don't feel like they've got any way to fight back at all. Well, America's such a big country, who knows what could fucking happen.
I think you can look closer to home for stuff as well, because there's so much right wing.
Yeah. The amount of posts and people saying, we love Trump, we love what he's doing. It's like, what are you, fucking idiots?
Yeah, I mean, they could be, could be AI bots, etc., but there is a lot, everything's like, as soon as anything happens anywhere to do with anything, almost, it's like, it's the immigrants, or it's the illegals or whatever. It's like, I mean, there is shit going on. It's been orchestrated, but there's, it's almost everything. Like
my the Twitter feed is just filled up with, every other post is Elon Musk posting saying, it's like, mate, and you got a job to do. Fuck me, that's like 200 posts a day at least. And then,
do you think? I don't think he's not going to sit on his phone, is he? He's obviously got staff that do it.
No, I think
not just him. You reckon it's him sitting there doing it?
I do. I reckon it might be.
I think that's bonkers.
I think his ego's so huge. I think maybe he does. Anyway, what if he does or he doesn't? He's fucking all. It's just filled up with Elon Musk, and then most of the other tweets are just people saying how much Starmer is a a dictator, and he needs to be got. Everyone wants him to be gone, or whatever. It's like these are all.
Yeah. I don't like them, but it's well over the top, like that,
yes,
that way. But that seems orchestrated from.
Of course, it is.
It's like I'm saying that's a deep state kind of way.
Yeah, my feed is all filled up with that sort of shit at the moment. It's it's well skewed to the right, which is stuff you got to look at because you need to. Otherwise, it just gets filled up with people. They just like enforcing your.
Well, think about where are the good guys now? Like with the Nazi Germany. I mean, it ended up being the British Empire wasn't the good guys at the time, but they ended up fighting against, a darker thing.
Yes.
I mean, but what would happen? There's no heroes now, apart from everybody. Everybody. Do you know what I mean? There's no. Who's going to fight America? Who's going to fight?
Or anyone.
You'll have Russia and China on one side.
I think you might have Russia and America on one side.
No, I don't think so. It'll be right. No, just listen to me. I'm not talking about as a war. I mean, as an oppressive thing. You got the one party state in Russia, one party state in China, you'll have one party. Well,
Yeah, one
you'll end
party
up one
in
party state over
America.
Europe, a bit European, and then in America, everyone's going to be right wing. Thought police, the whole 1984 fucking worldwide thing. Like,
I think
there's no one to fight against them.
I think you're wrong. I think Europe will be a left-wing thought police.
I think left and right, you can't even. It's not even a thing. It's a.
No, it's definitely a thing.
No, I mean it's. Yeah, but if
there's definitely a difference.
If you can't think, you're thought police, and it doesn't matter whether you're right or left.
Yeah, but you have different things you can think about.
You know what I mean, though. It's like there won't be any good guys apart from. No, man, I don't want to get emotionally attached to this. Not giving it my energy.
You are, because we just spoke loads about it.
I'm not giving it my energy.
So what's your prediction then? How long before
lockdown next month?
I don't think there's going to be a lockdown.
I don't know what the context is, but I saw it in my dream a couple of months ago. I saw the letter, I saw the list. They'd already agreed to lockdown in March, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something to do with aircraft.
You dreamt about it.
Sorry,
you dreamt about it.
I dreamt about it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know that's not going to happen at all.
No, but it is. This was a very solid prediction. Maybe it's something to do with volcanoes. When they've locked down the plate, stop people flying before because of volcano. I don't know what it is, but there's going to be some kind of lockdown. Over a big area. March.
Okay. Isn't March somewhere in the middle of March the end of the Kali Yuga or whatever, the beginning of it?
So, yeah, something like that.
So technically, the world could end in March anyway. It's like the 23rd of March. I don't think it's a lockdown. I think it's just the end of the world.
The end of the world. Or
the beginning of the end of the world. It's like the end of a Kali Yuga ends on the 23rd of March, I'm going to say.
Okay.
Is it the end or the beginning?
I don't know.
It's the end of one cycle and the beginning of the next cycle, which is like basically the end of the world.
Cool. Brilliant. Can't wait.
And that's in the middle of March.
No, we didn't ask. Didn't ask if you'd had any paranormal or any, stuff happen to you.
Just got to ask you, bro. You had any meaningful dreams apart from the one you just had about?
Which was, I had one the other day. It's me and you, Peru. It's something to do like South America. And it was to do with, we basically were setting fires. But it was like, and there was this big massive landslide. And it was a man-made catastrophe, landslide. And I'm thinking Peru or something, over that area that I dreamt. And last night I dreamt that I was part of some military organisation, and we got attacked by a military organisation, and we were planning the revenge to attack back the other military organisation, and then we did attack them. We took them out.
That's when we were fighting for our lives against the invasion of.
What's that?
That's in the future where we're fighting for our lives against the invasion of the American Russian forces.
Maybe. But I've had so many dreams and stuff like that, and now I literally can't remember them. I've just had months of dreams, and what did I? Do you know what? I went to stay at the Mermaid Inn in Rye, the world famous Mermaid Inn in Rye on Saturday evening. World famous haunted Mermaid Inn in Rye. I didn't see any ghosts. There was no ghost activity.
That's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, very disappointing. But I did have, I know I've completely changed the subject but I did have a slight energy experience. Literally, as soon as I got there, went upstairs. I think I put our stuff in the room. I went to go downstairs to have mooch around. And I went onto the hallway. And it felt, I could feel energy. True story, energy, woo. And all my hairs on my hat, on my arm started standing up like, I wouldn't say like electricity, but it was a bit like, it was like static electricity. I've not had that before, and I don't think it was psychological. When you go, ooh, it wasn't like that, because I wasn't scared. It wasn't a scary feeling. It was energy, and the hairs on my arm started standing up.
Like when you get static. If you
like
rub a balloon on your arm and then hold it there, and it pulls the hairs like static
What,
electricity.
like what does?
You know when you get a balloon and you rub it on your arm?
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
hold
it was
there,
like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like that. But also I could feel like an energy, and then my wife come out and I got her to stand, and she's like, "I don't feel nothing." I was like, "Oh, great." I did, So that was the only thing. And then I wake up in the night, and I thought, I did actually got woken up by the floorboard going, and like a man's voice. But I'd had quite a bit to drink, and I couldn't work out. It's literally I woke up, heard it, and then sort of went back to sleep. It's just like a man's like, ooh, like. There's no words. It's just like a man's voice.
That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was upstairs or whether it was in my room. So, because the floorboard's quite, so it could have been someone coming in upstairs, waking me up, and then, but it did seem to be quite close. So,
I'm going to say that's a ghost.
Yeah, it was possibly a thing. It was like
You just went back to sleep.
I could. Well, that's what happens, isn't it? You just go back to sleep. Like, oh, it's all right. I wasn't scared or anything. I just went back. I thought, oh, maybe that's a ghost. And then went back to sleep because I was drunk. So it was like, yeah. So I know that's completely off tangent, but I just thought I'd yeah. I was going to say because I was talking about things. I pulled my wife's going to New York in December without me. Might I add to take my daughter for her 21st birthday. I pulled the cards for her house. She was like, I pulled the cards how it's going to go. I pulled battle. So it's going to be a battle in New York. In December. I'm like, I'm a little bit worried about you going now.
Is that the Canadians attacking back?
Yeah, maybe.
I watched a film the other day, Salem's Lot, the new version.
Yeah, I keep saying to my wife, we should watch that together. She's like, no.
It was all right. But that night I had a load of weird, like freaky, scary dreams. And one bit of it, I was laying in bed. What room was he? Laying in the bed with my wife. And then like between us, it was like a line in the mattress. And there was something like
in the dream?
Yeah, in the dream. Like moving down the middle, like underneath the mattress, like beneath us where we were laying on the bed. It was like moving. As if, I don't know, it was like something insidious was under the mattress and like, yeah, when I was like laying. And then in the dream, the next bit of it, I was standing up and there was a demon in my head in the dream trying to talk to me. But it was like really brief. And I, in the dream was like, oh no, am I possessed by a demon? It was like inside my head. I don't know. It didn't say anything, but it was in there moving about. I can't really explain it. And then I woke up and that was like really freaky. I was in the night. I was like, what the fuck was that about? Am I actually possessed?
You're on the edge of possession. You often have dreams about demons and shit.
The last couple of days after, I was thinking, am I possessed? Maybe in the back of my mind, I really have got a demon in me. I
all have.
It was quite freaky though. All that night, I had like these weird, strange dreams, but they were the two most vivid memories I got from it. Not that the film was particularly scary or anything.
Was it worth watching?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Was it like the old one?
It is very much similar to the old.
Because it's actually based then as well, isn't it? It's like this same, yeah.
Yes, like set in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much what the original one was in the series, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I watched a really good film the other day, Independence Day.
Did you?
Very dated now. Like, this is really poor, but it's on like, when you watch a film, it's like looks like you're at cinema film. Yeah. But the new TVs, they turn it into like almost like unedited. It's like it's unedited English, like an English TV program. Do you know what I mean? Like without the Technicolor, whatever you call it. So it makes it look really shit. Like
it's not like HD. It wasn't.
Yeah,
the original's not like a HD.
HD TV makes the film.
The old films look shit. Yeah,
yeah, it's really weird.
It's like when you watch some of the old stuff from like the 80s. The colouring and the grading is just all like really grainy and wrong.
Yeah, it's like like
that. But only modern. You think it should still be all right, but it's not.
Yes, but it's not. But yes, that's
and going on about the podcasting all the time we've been off. Have we received any emails or anything?
I've not received an email. Have you received an email from anyone?
Haven't received any.
No one missed us. No
one missed. No one emails like, when are you coming back?
Yeah. I missed us.
I missed us too.
We'll do it again sometime.
We'll do it again soon. I think we should do it Yeah, soon. With some more structure, though. We'll have some topics.
Yeah,
get
yeah. I
back on
mean,
topics and stuff.
that was just that episode
Reintroducing
was
us.
the reintroduction of the Big Conspire, just in case you'd forgotten what we were.
What bollocks we talk about.
Look, I knew this. Sorry, that's my special power I've got now since my spaz face.
Anyway, my prediction is...
Go on. Sorry, yeah.
Trump will give Ukraine to Russia. Yeah. Then...
Well, all of it?
Yeah. He's going to give all of that. Yeah. Then Europe will have to... He'll withdraw his troops from... His NATO... US troops from Europe. Europe will then have to go and fight Russia. While Europe's got together to fight Russia for Ukraine, he will invade Canada. Therefore, Europe won't be able to support Canada in defence. So he'll take Canada. Therefore, Russia gets the minerals from Ukraine. US gets all the minerals and resources from Canada, and then they'll just split Greenland between them. It's coming in the next 10 years, yeah?
That's quite a... Wow, okay.
Why not?
Great book. That's a good book. I like that.
And then eventually, once Europe's
I'm
been crushed...
I'm not emotionally involved. I don't care.
Once Europe's been crushed by the might of Russia, they'll end up fighting over Greenland. Then they'll destroy each other, and then China will just move in and give us capitalised communism.
Is the UK staying out of this, by the way?
No, we got crushed by Russia.
Oh, okay, cool. Brilliant.
Well,
are we invaded by Russia?
Well, we don't have to be invaded.
We can get invaded by Scotland in the meantime.
We just got beaten.
While England's fighting in Scotland declares independence, and then
no, because
Europe, this is like Twilight 2000. That role-playing game
Europe's trying to defend Ukraine, but Europe eventually just gets crushed, and we have to sue for peace. Otherwise, they're going to take everything.
So no one uses nuclear weapons. And in the meantime, the aliens appear.
When Russia and America finally fight over Greenland, that's when the nukes get used. And then after that, China just comes in and is like, oh, we help rebuild.
Cool. Well, I'm going to change my passport to China then, Chinese.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a few years away yet. That's over the
keep an eye out for that.
next 10
years.
Put
money on it? Are you going to put money?
I'm not going to put any money on that.
What odds have you got on that?
1 billion to 1.
I mean, it sounds reasonable, actually. It's probably right. It's probably real.
Anyway, should we get out of here, bro?
All right, then, man. That was good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it as well.
I mean, was it interesting? Anyway, if anyone...
It's good to talk shit, because I don't get to talk that much shit. I talk shit all the time, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if anyone listening
Official shit.
Thank you. If you want to contact us, you can drop us an email at bigconspire@hotmail.com, innit?
I think
it's been a while. You can, there's a few, look for us on, we are on X. I don't ever post anything on there. I just browse
on Twitter as well.
I just browse the doom scrolling. TikTok, yeah. Send us a message on there. Whatever, we're not on anything else. We probably are.
No,
I can't remember.
So.
Anyway, send us messages, say hi, follow us, all that sort of shit. And we'll talk to you again. We'll be back soon.
My introduction will be better next time. I won't choke to death. Just give me an asthma attack a bit.
Maybe not. Anyway, see you soon, people.
Right, I've got work in the morning. Yay.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.